Good morning, everybody. Not too long ago, we found out that Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid for English Weiss Schwarz will not be censored. And I did a buy or invest video about this, the drop rate, the prices in Japan. Now we're going to be taking a look at what's going to happen for English. This is what this video is about. I still get questions about all that stuff that I was talking about. So I figure if I show you this and open this and talk along the way, that hopefully this finishes all those questions off. I will show graphics at the end of this video about drop rates and all that good stuff. So if you want to see that part, go to the end. I'm just going to talk you through it as I open this up. Okay, so this is a display of trial decks. Inside of the display is 6 trial decks, and you're going to see that here shortly. So let me open this up. It is really nice that this is not going to be censored from what we have seen. So here you go. My niece started telling me about this, and I understand where she was coming from after she talked me through it. So here we go again, sealed display. 6 nice trial decks inside of here. And if anybody's ever watched me, you know I pick number 2. I'm starting to think this one's never going to have anything in it. And copium wise, I might just open this one because depending on which direction you're looking from, this might be number 2. I count that as number 5, but you never know. Okay, so trial deck of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, very nice, right? You can see this here is still sealed, no damage, no visible damage to the box. And at the bottom, nothing crazy happening down here because again, someone could pop open the bottom of this trial deck and pull the contents out and scam you that way. But in this case, this came from a sealed display that I just showed you. So we should have no issues like that at all. Which is always the scary part about Weiss Shores. You definitely have to make sure you get your stuff from someplace that you really, really trust. Best part is if you can actually see the person, like the actual seller of the store, taking this out. Because we're in an age now that these things are really expensive, right? The Tohru at the pool, roughly $1,000 or more, depending on where you're looking at. So there is a good reason for people to try to actually rip you off, which is sad. We're in a sad state in the world when you can't even just get cards anymore and and just trust the person. But at the same time, that's partially on Bushiroad for how they have these drop rates. Okay, so nice Tohru. So I know a lot of people are excited for this, knowing that there's not going to be any sort of censoring on here. And I do agree, I definitely like the art, so nice for all the Dragon Maid fans out here. So we got Tohru. And as always, the foiling's super nice. What am I going to do with these things? I don't know. Wait. See, the bad part for anybody new on this is you see this little clear band on here that's supposed to hold all these together? You can see damage at the top of the card because of it. Or, yeah, right there. That was dust, but you can see damage right here. So it's always hard for these cards in the front, these SRs, to get a perfect because there are an actual ding from the band. Right there, there, and there. So a little disappointing. I wish there was a different system they can use, but they're sticking with the band. There used to be a clear wrap all the way around, but not anymore. So with trial decks, try to figure out what I'm doing here to actually get this. So this is manga art that is used in this set, and you're gonna see that throughout. I'm gonna give up on the whole trying to hide what's in the back, so you may see whatever is in the back here. I know here's Tohru at the pool, and I will say, so this is what my niece is talking about. I was asking her about being lewd, should it be censored? I was showing her a bunch of cards. I showed her Sneaker Bunko, I showed her this, and she was basically saying she wouldn't censor this. And the whole reason why is it's the context of the situation, which makes a lot of sense to me. Right? So this is a girl at the pool. And again, I understand this is anime or manga. This is something that's not actually real. This is not a person in real life. But when you think about it, what she was saying was if a kid were to walk into a local game store and they saw this card, someone playing this card sitting there. It's easily to identify. You know what? She's at a pool, some body of water. You can see the water right there. She's there. She's in a bathing suit. She's enjoying her time, right? This is something that you normally would see when you go out there to a pool. What you don't normally see is sneaker bunko cards where they're in compromised situation against the wall, on a bed, something like that. And that situation is a bit harder to explain to a kid. She was saying context is everything. So in that light, the way she was saying this to me, I was like, okay, this makes a lot of sense. Just because she has, some a big chest, that's can't happen in real life, right? It's you can't really hold it against a girl that is has those attributes. So she's gonna still live her life, and that's how it is. But the sneaker bunko one's a little bit. But after her telling me this, I'm like, you know what? That makes total sense. Okay, so should it be censored? No, I don't think so. But I don't know. Sneaker bunko, though, we'll never get there at that point. So these cards are pretty cool. I know a lot of people are Dragon Maid fans. They were a little bit sad that, you know what, this isn't the best set to play with in terms of meta power, like in a tournament. But people did say I wouldn't lose hope there just because it's not meta amazing. It's still fun to play. That's what I've always heard about this deck. So if you want a deck to play, you're not really looking to have this expectation that you're going to take first in major tournaments. Then you know what? Go get this deck. Why not? You like the anime, you like the manga, and you like the art. So why not try it out? There you go. Jeez. Jeez, jeez, jeez. That's all I can say. That's amazing. And then you have them all at the beach. See, so you can't really hold it against them for their qualities and them going to a beach. Because then, what are you gonna say? Like people want girls with bigger chests should just cover up. That's not good either. I wouldn't want them to feel restricted. I guess they got to live their life, and that is true about anybody here. I do love this anime. I love the interaction between Miss Kobayashi and then Tohru. And as we get the additional cast of characters, it's a lot of fun. As with all anime, really, when you get the additional cast of characters, a lot of fun. So inside of this trial deck, you should get that SR in the front. I believe you will be getting a triple rare. That's why I wanted to open this, because there is a triple rare that should be in here. This reminds me of Hollow Live on how that actually went. And I do like seeing if anybody's been watching Chainsaw Man, all these people putting up posts uh, of like the comparison between the manga and what you got with the anime. So pretty cool. I know I haven't seen really much in terms of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid like comparisons like that, but I really do like when people do that just to show you the closeness of what was actually done. But if you're a Classroom of the Elite fan, boy, oh boy, those were interesting comparisons between the manga and what you got with um, the anime for a whole lot of reasons. Dang, dragons are just apparently huge, except for just except for little Kanna there. So cool. We're getting to the end. We're gonna find out here what my triple rare is gonna be. I say triple rare because I imagine there's no way I'm getting the Tohru at the pool. Yeah, I've already given up hope, right? It's 1 in 48 shot of doing that. I don't believe I would ever get something like that. So, and here it is. This is my triple rare. It's barely like foily anything. It's a background. The frame is foiled, so kind of sad there. And then the rest of the cards. So I'm gonna open the second one because you know what? Oops. You know what? I don't know which direction is too, so we're gonna do it. And again, the reason why I don't open all my trial decks is for one, I can save it for anybody that does want it, but the other one is I don't know what to do with them, right? Like I open these, I don't sell them. Again, if you're a collector, you're allowed to sell stuff. Make sure you do sell things, but I don't have really anything to do with them. So instead of having like 8 million open trial decks, yeah, I can just do it one day when I'm feeling like I need the gamble. And the Powerball just happened. Don't forget you have to go to work on Monday because nobody won. It is $1.9 billion. So if you want to gamble, if you want to buy a ticket at least, you should do that. Powerball is where it's at. 1.9 billion. That's amazing. Can you imagine what to do with 1.9 billion? I mean, I know what I would do. I wouldn't show up to work. Oh, we didn't get it. Look, she's back there. This is what happens with these bands. I hate these bands, man. So, all right. So number two has failed me multiple times. And again, you can see here the dings on top of the SR right there. I really hate these bands because you're not going to get something that's going to be perfect. You can see that band outline. At the very least, can you at least shove? Well, no, they need this on the outside to make it look cool, right? They need that on the outside. I don't know what you do about that. Outside of removing the bands altogether, the bands really do a lot of damage to the card. You know, imagine trying to grade this thing. What do you think you're gonna get on that? But anyways, moving on. Let's see my triple rare. I'm already going back here. So inside of here, ooh, see now this is nice. All right, take a look at that. That's way better than the other one. Worth it. Worth going just a little bit more. So you will get a triple rare in every one of these trial decks inside of here. And with that, make sure I'm gonna show you some graphics here. And for anybody that has not known what this is going to be, here's pictorially what this is going to be like. Okay. All right. So drop rates. Drop rates for anybody that keeps asking me. Drop rates are one case has 8 displays of 6 trial decks. So you saw that display that I had here. The display is there's going to be eight of them inside a giant brown box, right? And so one case has 48 trial decks. And let me go back here. Okay, so drop rates. As I mentioned, Tohru, SSP, the shiny thing that people want that's over $1,000 something. There is only going to be, on the Japanese side anyways, one per case of 48 trial decks, right? So that big brown box is 48. Only one of those trial decks is going to have that. The OFR, there's going to be 1 or 2 per case of 48 trial decks. I say 1 or 2 because when I was looking this up, there were people that said there's only one of them in there. There's other people that said there's 2. So to err on the side of caution right here, or minimum, or safety, we have 1 per case. That's what I used. There could be 2 in there, right? Triple rares, as you saw, that shiny card in the back. There is 46 of those per trial deck case, or 45. It depends if there is an OFR, if there's 1 or 2, right? So 45 or 46. And then SR, 1 per trial deck. You saw that card on the front, the Tohru, okay? So the card on the left, that's the one you're looking for, right? And this is what it's going to look like pictorially. So inside of that box of 48, again, you're going to get 8 of these displays, right? And then that's total 48. So this is what it potentially could look like when you open these, right? You're going to get SSP somewhere in there. You're going to get an OFR in there. You could potentially have that second OFR, right? I put it in position number 2, which never works for me, but you can see how this works. And this is where the whole thing about caution is coming into, because once someone pulls that SSP Tohru at the pool, again, if there's only one SSP, if it follows Japanese on the English release, there is only one of those, then you are potentially buying somebody's mapped, dead, whatever you want to call it, searched trial decks. You have no chance at getting that card, right? This card right here. If you wanted this card right there with that signature, then you will not get it if someone already pulled it out. So that means even if you buy a sealed display of this stuff, right? Right there, you buy a sealed displayed, that doesn't mean you have a shot at actually getting it because someone might have already gotten it. And that's the scary part about these Bushiroad kind of trial decks here for Weiss Schwarz, right? Like these rates, they're not guaranteed. There could be some production error. They can change it from Japanese to English. You might find two Tohrus at the pool, but as we know it, there's only gonna be one. So you need to make sure that you wholeheartedly trust the person you buy from, right? So the other side of this is if you see somebody opening this stuff and they actually get this card, then that means, right? Think about that. They got that one card out of 48. That means the other 47 from that place that they got it from is gone. That doesn't, from the one case. If they have multiple cases, great. But that just means there's one winner and 47 losers if the only one you wanted was that Tohru at the pool. I can't state this enough because it just stinks that they do it this way, right? That there are these rates that happen. You can just buy a trial deck from random person and you're thinking you have a shot of getting Tohru at the pool. You don't. You don't because it's already gone. So if you get a sealed display, that doesn't mean you have a shot at it. If you get a sealed case, you should have a shot at it unless Weiss Schwarz English rates have changed. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I want to stress that to you because these things are going to be going pretty quickly, I think. But you're going to see a lot of these trial decks up for sale for cheap because people more than likely would have pulled this. So if you wanted a trial deck, there's going to be people that are selling open ones. You should get them for under $10. If you wanted a trial deck that is sealed, I wouldn't buy anything higher than $18 personally myself. I wouldn't buy it over $15 just because I know what more than likely I'm getting, right? It's something that has no shot at this card because it's already gone. The other side of it is people are wondering what the price will be in English. There was a lot of notice on this. We knew that you could get this card only from the trial deck. During the pre-orders, people had the opportunity to buy a lot. They didn't want to make the same mistake that happened during Mushoku Tensei when it came to the Roxy. So definitely more people bought these trial deck cases, in my opinion. I don't have any numbers to back it up, but knowing that this card was in there, I definitely feel like people bought more. And if you're wondering, trial deck cases are hard to come by now at the pre-order price. The pre-order price was probably down there in the $700, $800 from what I was seeing. Now they're probably about $1,000 or above. So realistically, when you buy one of these actual cases, what you're doing is you're paying for that signed card, and then hopefully you're taking all the other stuff and selling it to recoup more money. That's what people do with these. Like, let's be real here. That's what's actually going to happen. You are buying a guaranteed but not guaranteed SSP. And again, guaranteed, not guaranteed. The only reason why is Bushiroad does not state anywhere that you will get one SSP per case. There's nowhere like that because production issues happen. You could end up with two of these. You can end up with zero. There's always that possibility. Okay, so we will see what happens. Again, be careful. If you have any questions on this, please feel free to comment down there on YouTube. Please feel free to send me an email. My email is in the description. So with that, as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.